warm up, I'm just gonna start the clock. I think, you know, all these things. We're gonna do 3 movements for 30 seconds each, 3 times. Whoops. I'll just set it for that. Okay, we're gonna start with jumping jacks in 10 seconds. So if you if jumping's not an option, you need to do some sort of side to side step, that's cool too. Otherwise, let's go for 30 seconds. Awesome. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to interlock our fingers, turn our palms toward the ceiling, and then we're just going to do alternating lunges, holding that stretch. It's called a Samson stretch. And these are called Samson lunges. You could also do Samson squats. We're just trying to get our temperature up a few degrees. 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to come to a push-up position. I'm going to move my butt up, push back, and then tap the opposite toe, and then return to that push-up plank position. Just alternating each rep. Ten more seconds, and then it's back to jumping jacks. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Jumping jacks. I'm getting warm. Three, 2, 1, into those Samson lunges or squats. Either one works. Three, 2, 1. Down dog toe taps. Here we go. Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, one more round. Let's go to jumping jacks. Three, 2, 1. Samson stretch, and then alternating lunges, or maybe just some squats. Nice job. Down dog toe taps in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nice job. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. rest. All right. So today for strength, we're going to do 5 sets, and each set's going to have 3 movements. Everything's going to be in 7 today. So 7 tempo push-ups, 7 underhand bent over rows each side, and 7 upright rows. And also there'll be a tempo on the bent over rows as well. Forgot to mention that. So what all those movements mean? Let's talk about them. We'll go over them and then we'll get into it. So first thing is the tempo push-up. Today, all our tempo is on the way down. We're gonna take 3 seconds. So if I'm doing push-ups to the ground, I'm gonna think like I'm starting at the top and then taking 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, and then up to lower myself. So good, honest 3-second count. Just like push-ups any other way, we can scale them a couple ways. If you want to go from your knees, we can still do the tempo from the knees. An even better way is elevating our hands. Let's say this is like my couch or a chair or something sturdy. I can still get set up in this plank position and then take 3 seconds to lower and then back up. So let's try like 2 tempo push-ups before we get started, just so we know what to expect. Shooting for a good, honest 3 count. Awesome. And then one thing I always like to throw out there for push-ups is I tell people, if I were to watch you doing push-ups from above, I would want to see an arrow and not a T. So every now and then, folks kind of naturally, when they're newer to push-ups, they want to go straight out to the side in this T formation. It's kind of stressful on your shoulders, and it also tends to feel weird on your hands. It's just not a very comfortable or advantageous pressing position. So I want to bring my elbows down a little bit into that arrow position. Kind of like an arrow, sort of. Okay. Next thing is going to be underhand bent over rows, which are also going to have a 3-second lowering phase. So I'll demonstrate with a couple things. Let's say I've got this kettlebell. One thing we can try today, we've been doing a lot of bent over rows in the last few months. A lot of times we're bent over in this hinged position, and you can absolutely do that if you want. If you do, we're shooting for an underhand grip today, so my palm is going to be facing forward. Normally we kind of go either neutral or fully supinated, but today we're going underhand. So I pull up and then 1, 2, 3. But one change we can make, it's kind of hard for a lot of folks to get into this hinged position and then hold it while we do our bent over rows. You've got constant tension on your hamstrings, and also it can be kind of hard to breathe when you're folded over like that. So something you can try today is, instead of getting in this position before I start, I'm just gonna step forward and get into kind of a split, but I'm not doing any extreme work with my legs. So I'm just splitting forward so I can bring my chest down, and then I'm gonna pull up, and then on the down phase, I'm going for 3 seconds. Let's try like 3 reps on each side. And you can use whatever position's comfortable. Maybe the standard feet together works better for you. Cool. And then the third movement, So the bench over rows, we'll do 7 on each side. The third movement is going to be 7 upright rows. So I've got a kettlebell here. You can use any item for this, but I've got my hands close on it, and then I'm just pulling my elbows high until my object is right around my collarbone. Just like that. With a dumbbell, I could go like, it's a little bit harder with a dumbbell, but I can get my hands on the handle, pulling up high like that. If I had sandbag, I could pull up high like that. Lots of options. Looks good. Okay, so quick recap. 5 sets, 7 push-ups with a 3-second lowering phase, 7 underhand bent over rows with a 3-second lowering phase, and then 7 upright rows. I will be counting for myself. Don't feel like you have to match my pace. I'll be counting a whole lot. I'll count the lowering phases, but if it doesn't match with your pace, that's all good. Any questions? We'll probably rest about a minute in between, always subject to change. Okay, let's start in 10 seconds with our 7 tempo push-ups. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lowering down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7. Woo! Bent over rows. Going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 3. Other side. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 3. All right, upright rows. Here we go. No tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Pretty good. We'll rest till the clock says 3, and then we'll hop right back into round 2. All right, round 2, coming in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lowering down. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7. Woo! Bent over rows. Here we go. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 3. Other side. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 3. Whew. Upright rows. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Nicely done. We'll go when the clock says 6. All right, 10 seconds. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lower and down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. Whew. Bent over rows. First side. Here we go. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3. Other side. Here we go. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3. Whew. Upright rows. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 3 down, 2 to go. When the clock says 9, we'll do number 4. It's getting a little little saucy. 10 seconds. All right, 3, 2, 1. Push-ups, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. Bench over rows. First side. Here we go. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3. Great job. 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3. Switching sides. Here we go. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3. Upper rows. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nicely done. At 12:05 on the clock, we'll do our last round. Whew. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, push-ups. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 7. Okay. Bench over rows. Here we go. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 7. 1, 2, 3. I'm sweating. Other side. Here we go. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, last one, 7, 1, 2, 3. Upright rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Nicely done, everyone. That got hard. Okay. You just catch my breath. Take a drink of water. Okay. Before we get started, I will quickly copy and paste this into the chat. We can think of it in 3 pieces, though. And the first 2 are going to be a 21, 15, 9 sequence. So there will be 2 movements. You'll do 21 of each, 15 of each, 9 of each. Then you'll move on to the next 21, 15, 9 sequence. And one of the movements is staying the same. So there's a lot of pieces, but not a whole lot of different little moving parts. So after your second 21, 15, 9, then we will go right into a max effort elbow plank. So we're just holding the plank for however long. I'm going to say there's a cap on the elbow plank of 2 minutes. If you get to 2 minutes, that's amazing. Great job. We don't need to go any further. So first 21, 15, 9 is going to be power clean and jerk. And then if you have a jump rope, double unders times 2. So you would just take 21 and do that twice for a jump rope. Does that make sense? So the jump rope will go, I know I said it was simple, but the jump rope will go 42, 30, 18. We can also substitute if you don't have a jump rope, lots of different movements. I always mention I like the jumping thigh tap, where I'm jumping like I was jumping rope, but each time, instead of swinging a rope around, I'm doing a double tap on my thigh. So that looks like, you could also do lateral hops. We could do jumping jacks, mountain climbers, dot hops. Basically any sort of cardio substitute is gonna work. Something where reps move quickly, because we're doing 42, 30, and 18. So second 21, 59 is the power clean and jerk, and then sit-ups. And then third thing is that max effort elbow plank. So let's talk about the power clean and jerk. So for power clean, I'm bringing a weight from the ground to my shoulders in a front rack, whether it's a two-handed version or a single-handed version. And then the jerk is I'm sending it overhead. So let's say I'm using a sandbag. For a sandbag, it's a pretty classic two-handed version. I can clean it. So I'm starting with it on the ground, pushing into the ground, extending, and then dropping my arms under. Then from here, you can adjust however you like. Some people like to just hold on to the handles and then dip and drive the weight overhead. I have really short arms, so I can just barely clear my head with the sandbag. So if I'm doing the sandbag, I like to use the outer handles for the clean, and then I can send it up overhead like that. For a single-handed version, let's say I'm using this dumbbell. I'm going to start with it either between my feet or outside of my feet, pushing into the ground, popping it up onto my shoulders. And then for the jerk, I'm gonna dip, drive the weight up, and then as it's moving up, I can push myself back underneath. Then each subsequent rep can come back to the ground, just quick tap, and then back up to my shoulder. So each time you go from the ground to overhead, that's 1 rep. Any questions on the power clean plus jerk?
How much weight should we do, like light, medium, or heavy-ish?
I would say relatively light.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah. Ideally, if you have to stop more than, let's say, twice, then it might be too heavy for the start of 21. Okay, we've done power clean and jerk. We talked about jump and rope. Power clean and jerk. Sit-ups. I've seen you all do sit-ups. You can do them butterfly style with your feet together or flat feet, totally up to you. Maybe sitting all the way up is a little too much. Could also do just a crunch, curling our shoulder blades off the ground, that's all good too. Last thing is that elbow plank. So let's talk about that. Main thing I want to see is a good solid plank position. And the easiest way to know if you're in one is this little cue. Can I touch my thumb to my nose? So when I'm doing an elbow plank, especially for an extended period of time, sometimes folks start in this good position. So like right now, I can touch my nose with my thumb, super easy. But as I fatigue, I might kind of subconsciously shift my hips back a little bit. And it might still feel hard because I'm fatigued, but this isn't really a good plank position. Now I'm more like testing how long can my elbows sustain being pressed into the ground rather than how long can I contract my core to stabilize my spine. So just periodically, every 10, 20 seconds, do a check-in. Can I touch my thumb to my nose? If you can't, think about shifting your hips back down. That's one of the very few cool things about working out in front of a camera is we can check certain things like that. We can see, have my hips shifted too high? Like, is my back nice and neutral? Things like that. So, quick recap, and then we'll get right into it. 21, 15, 9, power clean and jerk. And then jumping rope, those reps are gonna be ×2. Once we've done that, we'll go right into 21, 15, 9, power clean and jerk, and sit-ups. The numbers for the sit-ups will not be ×2. It's just 21, 15, 9 across the board. After that, up to 2 minutes of a max effort elbow plank, and then boom, we're done. I think we'll put a 15-minute time cap on the whole thing. So if you're still working at the 15-minute mark, that's all good. That's probably all we need for the day.
If we're doing subs for the double unders, how many lateral hops and or dot hops?
Same number. So 42, 30, 18.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Are we ready? Sounds good. 15-minute time cap. Starts with 21, 59, power clean and jerk, and double unders. Let's go in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nice job, everyone. Good job. Great work. Nice work. Great job. Good job, everyone. Nice work. Whew. All right. Here we go. Nice work. Nice job, Jen. There we go. Almost there. "30 seconds. "10 seconds. 2, 1, time. Awesome job, everyone. That was spicy. So today's mobility, if you're interested, is child's pose. So just hanging back, sitting back, pressing into the ground, bringing my head through, and hanging out for a while. I got to get out of the way for the next class, so I can clean up real quick. Great job, everyone. We'll see you later.